Welcome to today's episode of The Memory Keeper. I surely hope today's story brings you joy the way it does for me. This fourth episode will be about me flying at night from Paris to Madrid and learning firsthand what they mean with French particularism. It will put a smile on your face. This all happened about 6 months after 9/11. I'm your host, Bram Groen. Let's fly.
Join Bram on an exciting journey, sharing travel stories that celebrate the power of memory. Through these stories, Bram raises awareness and support for both patients and caregivers, fighting Alzheimer's in honor of his wife, Sherry, who now resides in memory care. Without further ado, here's today's episode of The Memory Keeper.
Nothing is more unique than French particularism, their tendency to make exceptions for good reasons while professing all laws are universal. It was not more than 6 months after the 9/11 calamity. I'm in Paris on my way to Madrid for a meeting in the morning. It's 8 p.m. and we are taking off in a huge Air France Airbus 320, me being the only business class passenger. Ah, Monsieur Groen, il n'y a plus de manger à bord. There was a strike at the goal. Dear flight attendant, that is okay. And please just bring me a cup of coffee. Maybe I will talk to the pilot or so to entertain myself. With the French language, that can make even a strike sound like a heavenly event. 30 minutes later, the pilot, Jean-Jacques, we will call him for obvious privacy reasons, comes out of the cockpit and he starts chatting me up, as they say in America. In fact, he was checking me out and 5 minutes later invited me into the cockpit. The flight attendant had taken me seriously. I must have asked the pilot to do something special for this poor business class passenger. And there I am, in a huge plane's cockpit having a grand time with the two pilots in the soft light of the cabin, the instruments and controls. Admiring the sky and full moon, flying over the Dordogne and the Pyrenees below. There must be heaven after all, I'm used, enlightened by the Napoleon cognac the flight attendant had voluntarily served me next to my coffee. I vividly remember how the three of us had lengthy discussions about the post-9/11 world and, of course, about the French and Dutch soccer teams. But all good things must come to an end, and having left Catalonian airspace, the automatic pilot is being set to a slow descent. Well, this was great, guys, and I should go back to my seat now, as you will be busy. Manon, Monsieur Bram, strap into the jump seat and watch us land this beautiful bird. Wow, this is getting exciting, I thought to myself. And all this for a one-way ticket in business class. And indeed, we descend slowly, bending through the clouds above Madrid and landing safely on the illuminated runway. To me, it was a movie come alive. Could not be more impressed with Air France. Engines off, lights on, and checklist done, I profusely thank Jean-Jacques and his co-pilot for making my day. Next I add, but you know, I fly a lot in the States as well, and since 9/11 we have laws there that would put the three of us in jail now, as bringing a passenger into the cockpit is out of the question. Says Jean-Pierre. Ah oui, we too have the same laws in France. Crazy but true. I hope you liked this week's episode. But for those of you who know how the French and the Germans view each other, it is only natural that my next story is about a flight on Lufthansa to show that the Germans know their rules about hierarchy and status by heart and can be outsmarted by a Dutchman. My name is Bram Groen and I am the Memory Keeper.
Thank you for listening to The Memory Keeper. On behalf of Bram, we want to thank you for your help in raising awareness and support in the fight against Alzheimer's. If you feel inspired to make a difference, please consider making a charitable donation to the Alzheimer's Foundation of America in honor of Bram's wife, Sherry, by visiting thememorykeeper.org and clicking the button that says Donate. On our website, you can also sign up for our email list and receive the newest episodes directly to your inbox, as well as a full listing of episodes, show credits, and learn more about this program and why it exists. Lastly, if you enjoyed the series, we just ask you to share this episode with your friends and family, as well as subscribe to the show and follow us on social media at The Memory Keeper Pod. Together, let's continue to raise awareness and make a difference in the fight against Alzheimer's. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you right here next week for another episode of The Memory Keeper.